Hello, all you film freaks and movie maniacs out there. My name is Nolan Carr, and I'd like to welcome you to the go-to podcast for all things cinema. But before you can ask any questions, just sit back, relax, as I present to you a Strawlane Studio Productions Critiquing with Carr. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another edition of Critiquing with Carr. I'm so happy you're back and joining us for a wonderful episode of Favorite Film Friday. As always, if you've enjoyed the episodes until now, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking the heart or like button, turn on post notifications so you can stay up to date with news and updates regarding the podcast on those platforms, and turn on that share button so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. Also, if you want more news and updates and other ways of staying up to date with the podcast, do us a favor by following on Instagram at Critiquing with Carr. As these reviews usually go, what we do is talk about who was behind the camera to make it possible, who was in front of the camera to make it possible, who the cast was, how it did in the box office, what its budget was, its competition, how it did during award season. Before we get to my final thoughts, likes, dislikes, and ranking out of 10 Diamond Daves, and then it becomes your choice whether or not to see this movie. Because in this edition of Favorite Film Friday, we have a great movie, which is The Wachowskis' The Matrix. This film was directed and written by the Wachowskis, and it was produced by Joe Silver. The cast for this movie is as follows: Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weaving, and Joe Pantoliano. The cinematographer for this film was Bill Pope. It was edited by Zach Stenberg. The music was by Don Davis. The production companies for this film were Warner Bros., Village Roadshow Pictures, Toronto 2 Film Partnership, and Silver Pictures. It was distributed worldwide by Warner Bros. And in Australia by Roadside Films. It was released on March 24th, 1999 at the Village Man Theatre. It was also released on March 31st, 1999 in the United States. It has a runtime of 136 minutes. The budget was $63 million, and the box office total was $467.2 million. The accolades for The Matrix are as follows. At the Academy Awards, Zach Stenberg was nominated for Best Film Editing. John T. Reitz, Greg Rudloff, David E. Campbell, and David Lee were nominated for Best Sound. Dane A. Davis was nominated for Best Sound Effects, and John Gaeta, Janik Sirs, Steve Courtley, and John Thune won Best Visual Effects. At the BAFTA Awards, John Gaeta, Janik Sirs, Steve Courtley, and John Thune were the only nominees, which were for Best Special Visual Effects. At the Saturn Awards, it was a winner for Best Science Fiction Film, Wachowskis for Best Direction and Writing, Lawrence Fishburne for Best Supporting Actor, Carrie-Anne Moss for Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress for Gloria Foster, Best Costumes for Kim Barrett, and Best Special Effects for John Gaeta. He was also nominated for Keanu Reeves as Best Actor, Don Davis for Best Music, Best Makeup for Michelle Berg. At the Hugo Awards, it was only nominated for Best Dramatic Presentation, but didn't win. And now it comes time to my favorite parts, which is when I talk about the top 10 highest grossing films of that year's release, being 1999. Coming number 10 was The Blair Witch Project, which was distributed by Artisan Entertainment. Lead actors were Heather Donahue and Michael C. Williams, and Joshua Leonard. The total box office gross was $249 million. Coming number 9 was The Green Mile. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. Lead actors were Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. The total box office gross was $287 million. Coming number 8 was Stuart Little. It was distributed by Columbia Pictures. Lead actors were Michael J. Fox, Gina Davis, and Hugh Laurie. The total box office gross was $300.14 million. Number 7 was Runaway Bride. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures. Lead actors were Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, and the total box office gross was $309.5 million. Coming number 6 was American Beauty. It was distributed by DreamWorks Pictures and DreamWorks SKG. The actors were Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, and Thora Birch. The total box office gross was $356.3 million. Coming number 5 was Tarzan. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures and Walt Disney Pictures. Lead actors were Tony Goldwyn, Minnie Driver, and Glenn Close. The total box office gross was $448.2 million. Coming number 4 was The Matrix. It was distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. The actors were Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Carrie-Anne Moss. The total box office gross was $464 million. Coming number 3 was Toy Story 2. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures and Pixar Animation Studios. The actors were Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, and Joan Cusack. The total box office gross was $487 million. Coming number 2 was The Sixth Sense. It was distributed by Buena Vista Pictures and Hollywood Pictures. Lead actors were Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment. The total box office gross was $673 million. And coming in at number 1 as the highest grossing film of 1999 was The Phantom Menace. It was distributed by 20th Century Fox and Lucasfilm. Lead actors were Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, and Natalie Portman. And the total box office gross was $924 million. And now comes time for the moment you've all been waiting for, my review of The Matrix. The Matrix captivates from the outset with its grunge-infused neo-noir aesthetic. The film's dark and gritty atmosphere sets the stage for a story that blurs the lines between reality and illusion. While the intro scene with the cops and Agent Smith may have lacked punch, the subsequent exploration of the Matrix' shadowy underworld more than makes up for it. The CGI work is nothing short of immaculate, particularly in scenes where Neo detaches from the pod in the real world, showcasing the film's technological prowess. At the heart of The Matrix are its enigmatic characters, led by the iconic Neo, portrayed by Keanu Reeves. Neo's journey from disillusioned hacker to reluctant savior is a compelling arc, and Reeves brings a quiet intensity to the role. Hugo Weaving's portrayal of Agent Smith, along with his partners, adds a layer of menace and mystery to the film. Lawrence Fishburne's Morpheus exudes wisdom and gravitas, while supporting characters like Cypher, Tank, and Dozer round out the ensemble with depth and nuance. The film's plot unfolds at a breakneck pace, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The Matrix delivers plenty of pulse-pounding action, from the squad's daring escape through the walls to the epic showdown between Neo and Agent Smith. The fight scenes are choreographed with precision, showcasing the film's innovative approach to martial arts and visual effects. However, the final confrontation between Neo and Smith feels slightly rushed, leaving viewers craving a more epic conclusion. At its core, The Matrix explores themes of reality, identity, and the nature of existence. While the love story between Neo and Trinity adds an emotional layer to the film, its development feels somewhat rushed. In conclusion, The Matrix is a groundbreaking sci-fi masterpiece that continues to captivate audiences with its innovative storytelling and stunning visuals. While not without its flaws, the film's blend of action, philosophy, dystopian imagery makes it a must-watch for fans of the genre. Whether you're experiencing it for the first time or revisiting this modern classic, Matrix is a cinematic journey that will leave you questioning the nature of reality. That's why, after telling you all this information, giving you my likes and dislikes of the film, I am proud to give it a 8 out of 10 on the Diamond Dave scale. Which is why, if you've enjoyed this week's edition of Critiquing with Carr on Favorite Film Friday, do us a favor by subscribing on YouTube, following on the audio platforms, clicking that heart or like button, turning post notifications so you're up to date on those platforms when new episodes release, as well as clicking that share button so you can help continue to grow the podcast with all your friends and family. If you're looking for other ways to stay up to date with the podcast, do us a favor by following on social media at Critiquing with Carr on Instagram. And with that, my film freaks and cinephiles, happy viewing.